Alright everyone, so today I wanted to talk about what is easily the #1 most discussed topic on the channel, and also the #1 most asked question that I see people comment about on the videos, and it has to do with my gem counter. Now, I've made a couple of videos talking about gems and my gem counter. I've already talked about how I actually get the gems that I do, but maybe I'll do an updated version in the future because a couple of things have actually changed since that video. I know I've talked about my gold counter as well. It's usually pretty high, but we just got done with the salvage event and gear gotcha event, so I just spent an insane amount of gold on that, so it's not going to be very high for a little while until I farm some more gold. But my gem counter is still pretty strong right now at 1,702 gems, getting really close to 2,000. And if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you might notice a theme that it's pretty rare across any of my recorded videos for me to actually drop below 1,000 gems. Now, it has happened before, flashbacks to the Red Escanor banner, but it's pretty rare, and I do my absolute best to avoid that situation happening. And I do it for multiple reasons, and it's really, really important. I wanted to share this information with you guys, coming both as a free-to-play player and a pay-to-play player, and I wanted to share it with you because it's really going to help your account progress. It's going to help you prepare better in the future, and it's also going to help you avoid a disastrous situation that absolutely nobody ever wants to find themselves in, where they've saved gems, but not enough, and then tried to go for a certain unit, but then unfortunately they did not end up getting that unit, and now you've just spent a bunch of gems for what you feel like is, you know, not what was worth it. You still get coins, of course, but you don't get who you're looking for, and it just feels absolutely awful. So my goal is to really help you avoid that situation. So why do I try to keep my gems over 1,000, 1,500? Well, it kind of is a magic number in a certain sense. And I want to go to the actual banner screen and tell you guys that, you know, the banners that you really want to be on the lookout for of cursing you are not the Lostfane Meliodas banner. Even though this banner is a curse in its own separate way, you've got a guaranteed pity system where you know you're going to get a copy of Lostfane Meliodas at 900 gems spent. And that's great to prepare because you know exactly how many gems to save for so that you don't find yourself in that disastrous situation. Sure, you might not get a copy of him before 900 gems. That's probably a good chance of happening considering his rates are not very high. But you know the worst case scenario, even if you don't get a copy of him in your actual gems, you're going to get a copy of him from 900 from the pity. Now, Goddess Elizabeth's going to be coming out in a couple of months as well, and that's going to function very similarly, so a lot of people know at this point, now is not a bad time to save up the 900 gems so that you don't find yourself in a disastrous situation. And the difference between having 800 gems and 900 gems for these banners is absolutely huge, because with 800 gems, you could find yourself in that disastrous situation where you just spent all those gems, you didn't end up getting, you know, the festival unit, and now because you don't have enough for the pity, you're just really, it's really, really rough. You don't want to find yourself in that situation. But it's not even the festival banners that are all that bad. It's also not even the step-up banners. These are also pretty, you know, saving and preparing friendly, because you know that once you end up getting to step 10, you are guaranteed to end up getting that original character, and that's going to cost you 242 gems because of the 1 gem multi on step 2 and step 7. Those banners are absolutely great, and I think that's why a lot of the player feedback for step-ups is generally positive. Now, the banners that you really, really need to be careful of, and the main reason why I try to stay above 1,000 to 1,500 gems, are just the regular, plain old banners. Just the regular pickup draws, kind of like the one that we have right here, except this one's a bit of an exception because you could trade coins for units that you didn't get. But in most cases, when we end up getting these types of banners, which there's going to be plenty more of them in the future, we've got Zeldris coming up, we still haven't gotten Gloxinia, and there's going to be many, many more. There really is no 100% safety fallback mechanic. You don't have that 900 gem guarantee for the festival. You don't know you're going to get it on step 10 because it's not a step-up banner, and the pity system for these banners is not guaranteed to give you a festival or the unit that you're looking for. It's just going to give you a random SSR, and this is again where this banner is an exception, because in most banners there's plenty of bad SSRs in that banner that essentially just take up space, and there's a good chance that from your pity you're going to end up getting one of those instead of the unit that you are looking for. So, you know, if the RNG gods are not on your side, you can end up spending easily many hundreds, even 1,000 plus gems on a banner and not get the unit that you're looking for despite everything. And this is why I talk about the Red Escanor flashback, where I was trying to get Red Escanor and I spent 1,000 plus gems. That's how long it took me to get him. And that's not even the worst of it. There are some situations where people have spent 1,000, 1,500, even 2,000 gems, and they still did not end up getting the unit that they are looking for. These are the banners that you really need to be careful of. That's why I say that, like, you know, 1,000, 1,500 or so is kind of that magic number, because once you end up getting to that many gems, it's extremely unlikely that you spend that many gems on one of these types of banners and that you don't end up getting who you are looking for. It can happen, but the chances are very low at that point. And let's just say you're a free-to-play player and, you know, you only have 500 gems, and then you go for one of these banners and you don't get who you're looking for. Well, now it's just really awful. It's a terrible feeling. There's absolutely nothing you can do because you're free to play, and, you know, planning and preparing more carefully is going to really minimize that situation. Now, you can never truly avoid it 100%. That's just how RNG works. There's always a chance that you could spend 1,000,000 gems and still it's not guaranteed to get who you're looking for. But the more gems that you save up, the higher the chance it is that you're going to get who you want. Now, that's really looking at it from the free-to-play perspective, but another important thing is for pay-to-play players here is if you do find yourself in that unfortunate situation, obviously free-to-play players cannot pull out the credit card boss to fix that. But as a paid player, you can. The thing is, though, Netmarble does a very good job of saving you money if you prepare better versus making you spend way more money if you do not prepare properly. And what I mean by that is there are certain bundles in the cash shop that are just a way better value. Gems are not equal in terms of how much money you spend. It's not like one gem is always going to cost you $1 or whatever it is. It's different. And, you know, the packs that you can't buy as many or are more time limited, like these subscription bundles where you can only get it once per month, the value of these is way better. You end up getting 170 gems for $24. So that's something like 7 gems per dollar. Even the weekly one is also very good. You're looking at like 6 gems per dollar in addition to all the other stuff that you end up getting from them. But, you know, this stuff, it's not unlimited. And if you prepare better by, you know, those bundles right there, you avoid finding yourself in a situation where you have to end up, you know, buying like the BOGOs. And I have never bought a BOGO pack except for the single cheapest one in order to get that SSR ticket. That's the only one that I've ever bought. Besides that, I've never bought any of these, and that's quite simply because the value of these gems is so much lower. You get 204 gems, $80. At that point, you're only getting about 2.5 gems per dollar compared to the 7 gems per dollar that you end up getting from the monthly subscription bundle. So essentially, you're paying 3 times as much for gems from this compared to the other stuff. And this is why preparing earlier and more in advance is going to allow you to save yourself from finding yourself in a situation where you have to spend a lot of money for the paid players to buy the gems to get a unit that you're getting really unlucky for. So it's always better in any gacha games, but Grand Cross Global is no exception, to have gems saved so that you don't find yourself in any of these unfortunate situations, whether you are free to play or pay to play. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to answer that question because I've seen so many people ask, and I hope that you guys were able to take away something from this video that was able to help you out. So if you guys enjoyed and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to toss a quick like as well. It really does mean more than you can imagine, so thank you to all of you guys who have done that. Over 10,000 subscribers on the channel, getting close to 11,000 now, and more Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now or in the suggested videos to your right or below. Over 170 guides, tutorials, and other fun videos just like this. Feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, take care everyone, have a great day, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.